Hey everyone, welcome back to another live stream, Sunday Roast. Joining me is the Hutchinson brothers, the paid shillers, Chris and Tom, who never miss an opportunity to shill their Caspa store on, what's it called? Rock the Caspa lads, yeah. We have Ashton, who was owned by his daughter playing basketball. I think she's 13, Ashton, and you sprained your neck and you lost. And we have Wolfie. I have nothing bad to say about Wolfie because he's big and I'll see him in Germany, so I don't want to say anything bad about him. And we have Levendi. I've nothing to say about Levendi either. He's a sound man. So will you take it away, Levendi, please?
Let's go. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Blockchain Banter Sunday Roast, episode 4. I've been waiting for ages to get into this one, man. The timeline events have been spicy. We're going to have a lot of emotion going through, millions of accounts with millions of followers blocking us and diving into that as well. I cannot wait. But first and foremost, the most hottest topic of the evening, yesterday's Bitcoin space. There is no second best. What's going on with that one, man? What's everyone's thoughts? Tell me, like, what's your takeaway from that 4-hour-long session?
Can I just say, before we get into that, why are we 15 minutes late? Because I feel like Groundhog Day. Because
it feels oddly similar, doesn't it, Chris?
It could be because we were talking for 15 minutes and then I kind of remembered that I hadn't clicked the go live button.
Oh, so. That's right. We've already done the show. It just wasn't recorded.
Yeah, we haven't already had this conversation once already, have we?
Yeah, we did, yeah.
It looked natural, though, didn't it? It looked like we've never done this before. Yeah.
Oh, brilliant stuff. Hey, was that recorded, by the way?
Yeah, we're live now, yeah.
No, what about the one before?
Oh, nice.
What a nice that wasn't recorded. No.
Ah, man, convenient. You deleted that.
Oh, dear. Right, let's get on to this Bitcoin post.
Yeah, man. Jesus Christ. I don't know
The question is, did you even really need to listen to it? Because with the title, you kind of get the sense of the whole show straight away from the title.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. It was the theme also in regards to the logical fallacies that was being used. There was a lot of ad hominem being thrown around. We covered it just like in the previous session I had when we had the tokenization podcast. We covered a bit about and I thought about why is Bitcoin is so maxi in regards to this and why they use this argument where it's not really an argument, but they always ignore the concept of a medium of exchange. It's never, every time it goes to the medium of exchange, they'll go, but the price or whatever, it doesn't matter. And the reality is, I think that problem has been so bad in that community or in Bitcoin for such a long time that people have just started talking around it and ignoring it rather than actually accepting it. Because for me personally, I don't think crypto works unless it's a medium of exchange.
Well, medium of exchange never used to be a problem for Bitcoiners when it first was around. It's all they ever did. Then the narrative had to change because they started coming up with problems, started noticing problems and bottlenecks. And instead of addressing that head on, just change the narrative. And that, unfortunately, I love Bitcoin. I do love Bitcoin. It's the big daddy. And I do genuinely, it got us to where we all are now in terms of like innovation. But the problem is the bottlenecks will get worse and worse as time goes on, and it will get to a point where they're going to have to sit like they think they've got 100 plus years to deal with this because that's when the last block gets mined. No, you're going to be dealing with this problem, and it gets exponentially harder as time goes on. You don't have to wait to that end block to be mined before fees start going absolutely out of control and only the really, really wealthy can use it. And I think they just, unfortunately, instead of addressing the problem head on, they just bury their heads in the sand and just, oh, well, it's not going to be our problem. We'll be dead by the time it becomes our problem. But actually, that's not the case anyway. It's going to get worse and worse as time goes on. And I think the narrative just keeps changing for them. It shifts every time, and it shouldn't. Like I said, in the early years of Bitcoin, the narrative was medium of exchange, perfect money, let's go. And it worked because nobody was on it. Nobody was transacting on it. So you could. As soon as volume started coming to it, it started getting harder and harder. And So yeah, as Casper, like with what's happening with Casper, the problem is getting addressed head on because we've got a finite amount of time to actually deal with this. We need to get the fee market sorted before we get to that end point, and we've got to do it within, I'd say, 10 years, maybe a bit more, but we have to do it within that time frame. So we need the fees to come in to subsidise the miners, and I think that's a good approach. We're dealing with it head on, we're not bearing our stand and changing the narrative because we literally can't change the narrative. We need to deal with it now.
Well, don't you think, Chris and Wolf, that the store of value versus medium of exchange narrative change you're talking about is really just indicative of Bitcoin maximalism over time, right? I mean, it's these guys talk as if BlackRock acquiring a large percentage of the supply is a good thing.
Yeah.
It seems almost like the narrative, the cypherpunk decentralization aspect of it is just gone entirely from a lot of these Bitcoin maximalists, where they're thinking, hey, our medium of exchange is, stable coins on a different network or fiat itself. And it's our long-term store of value that Bitcoin is really valuable for now. And they've just lost the interest in it being a medium of exchange. I mean, to your point, because it's not really a very good one, but also because I think a lot of the initial energy of Bitcoin's gone. It's just, BlackRock, governments buy it, like pump our bags is generally what they're saying now.
Just use duffel bags for cash.
Mate, you got that trending. Bloody hell, the amount of posts that I've seen about 15 different posts of your duffel bags.
I promise you, it blew my mind when I listened to that part. I was like, what am I listening to here? I thought we were part of the cypherpunks, like we're all together, all for this. This is what we're fighting against.
Bro, just use it, man.
And I was just like, what the fuck am I listening to?
What do you mean? Just use it.
It's grasping at straws, I think. I think it was just like a last minute, like, I don't know. He didn't even think out what he was saying, but it's grasping at straws to combat Casper when it's obviously the better option as a medium of exchange.
Yeah. Well, also kudos for everybody that spoke for the Casper community. I mean, we conducted ourselves in a far better way in regards to exchange. We weren't insulting people or calling things shit coins and all those things. So I think that's also quite reflective of the maturity and the quality of the community at the moment.
Good call out, Wolf. It takes a set of balls to jump up there in front of all those people, first of all. And secondly, the amount of nerves that must be going through your head just to get yourself to sound correctly. I know that's what would be going in my mind. So I mean, there on both sides, there were people that said things that sort of was fumbling in a way, and it wasn't clear. But overall, you're right. All the speakers from Casper's side were very respectful.
Like you guys hosting Blockchain Banter, you try to remain neutral and you let people speak. You don't go around calling somebody that comes on to talk about their token or their project. You don't call it a shitcoin like the host did on that show, or somebody called it a shitcoin and one of the hosts would go, amen,
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not professional. I don't think it's.
It's not good.
No, it's not.
No. I mean,
and at Blockchain Banter, we are like total professionals.
Isn't that kind of like, come full circle though? Isn't that kind of the same thing we're talking about earlier about losing the cypherpunk nature of Bitcoin, right? I mean, if you're having a truly cypherpunk conversation and debate, it's all logics. It's all just the technicality. What's the better thing? Everything can make sense, right? Because it's provable and it's a thorough discussion. But when you start getting into emotions on, I've already invested so much of my life and time and money into this asset that I need it to look the best, you've missed all the genuineness of the conversation as a whole. So one of the things I took away is that a lot of the cypherpunkness, if you will, that Bitcoin has lost is in the Casper ecosystem.
Yeah, amen, brother. We're the cypherpunks now.
Amen. You know what was mind-boggling to me, and to take it to this post, was the numbers, man. I'm transfixed on bloody numbers, and it was insane. Almost 20,000 listeners this show got. 20,000. So I had to take a look. Me being me, I had to have a look at the stats. I had to see what sort of numbers we was dealing with on the previous shows, and not one came close in the last 30 days at least. I mean, not even hit 10% of the numbers that last night's one hit. So it's
Yeah, but they're all Casper bots, aren't they? The only genuine ones are probably us.
no, it just
Well, I love how
it's
you're
insane.
giving them their excuse for them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've
someone's
already
gonna
seen
know
the
that.
timeline.
They were all just
I've already
Casper
seen it.
bots.
But it could have
Yeah,
been
yeah.
a lot of BTC people that were really had an open mind that wanted to know about Casper. They tuned in as well.
This
Like, it was
is
only
what
the
I
people.
really. Sorry.
Only the people that had the bad attitude and the closed minds. Most of them were speaking, but we didn't hear from anybody that liked Casper. Well, we did, a couple of people, but you know, that was it.
But this is what I really liked about that space. Actually, is even though it was, I do think it was a bit baity and yeah, it was what it was. But the point is, just because the few people that were speaking on stage didn't like Casper, it doesn't mean that the majority, like out of that 20,000 people, like I said, a lot of them could have been Bitcoiners that genuinely care about tech or like understand that there is a fundamental problem with Bitcoin that does need solving at some point in time, and Casper solves this. They may not believe that it solves it, but at least it may pique their interest enough to go start researching. That's all we really want. You never. I think it's very unlikely you're going to get on a space and change someone's mind there and then. And I think you probably shouldn't be able to do that because that's probably not the right person to come over, if you know what I mean. But to certainly just pique their interest to research it, that's all you need. Because as soon as you start deep diving into Casper, it just takes over. Because it's good
a seed
tech.
planting effort, right? It's seed planting effort, and the world and community will water it.
What I like about Casper is, like, not to sound like a broken record, I said this in the last stream if you're watching, but the rapid emission schedule, that was one of the things they hit on, you know. But Bitcoin or Casper is coming up against that problem now, and Bitcoin's going to have to deal with that very soon. Whereas we have layer 2s coming out with smart contracts, and they're all going to be processed on the base layer, on the layer 1, and all the fees are going to go to the miners. So the miners, they only get block rewards and they get transaction fees. That's the two things. So when block rewards are going down, we need to increase the fees. And that's what Casper's working on. You know, they're tackling the problem. Whereas, like you said, Bitcoin, they have their head in the sand, you know. I don't know how Lightning works. Is it just the initial, when you open the channel or something, that's the only time the miners get revenue? But besides that, they get nothing. Is that right? So that's not going to work, yeah.
So
I think
it's
it
the
more or less
transaction
works
to
like
open
any
the
other,
channel,
like,
and then you post.
Transaction to close, isn't it? Yeah.
Plus,
basically like
That-
optimistic roll-ups on EVM or something. They're just bundling everything together, and you see like one transaction or maybe two for that entire bundle.
Yeah. Whereas we even have Cassia
this
now.
is the problem.
Sorry, I was just saying Cassia messaging. You know, the new messaging. It's out on iPhone, I think, and it's coming out on Android. It's coming out in the Play Store. So, I mean, when that goes on mobile, I mean, that's going to be people are seriously use that. That's going to get a lot of transactions. That'll really shoot up, you know.
Yeah.
And
I saw someone post an idea for this about a donation address. I think it might have been Wolfie, but it was about community donating so that new people can use Cassia, essentially like sponsoring the initial amount for the handshake and the initial couple messages. And it seems like a brilliant idea. It's the idea of taking those like pay per use messages and making them feel free like any other instant messenger, and just having the protocol itself or the community fund that, which is very cheap. Such a good idea.
10 cash gets you 500,000 messages or something like that, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's insane.
It's for nothing. Yeah,
it's awesome, and that's as many feet pick as you want. But it's a fantastic. Like, again, what an amazing tool that just come out of nowhere. Like, nobody saw Cassia coming. It was just I think it was Oz Ghosty, wasn't it? Had the idea and just said, "Oh, look, we can do peer-to-peer on this, like peer-to-peer messaging." It was like, fucking hell, this is actually amazing. And then it obviously, I think Izzy O'Dev and a few other devs helped like bring it to where it is now. We actually got them on Blockchain Banter Monday, so that'll be good to speak to them about Cassia. But it's incredible. It's incredible it's incredible the amount of transactions that puts onto the network, for one, and that's just in beta form with a relatively small amount of people using it. Imagine when
I think significantly small amount of people.
Yeah, it's going to be huge. I think it's and again, that's just one app that's being used on Cassia. Let alone everything else that can be built on top of it.
Yeah.
So
Like there's there's one happening on Bitcoin as well. I think I saw a post, but how's that going to work? Like unless it's centralized or something, like because like you're going to get a message every 10 minutes.
Are you talking about Jack Dorsey's thing?
I think so.
chat?
Yeah.
Dude, that whole thing is just such a ruse. I mean, it has some relation to crypto and Bitcoin and stuff because of like the protocol used and the encryption. And I mean, they're calling it BitChat. It doesn't run on Bitcoin network. It doesn't run on any network. It's a Bluetooth mesh system that's essentially text messaging without the internet. Encrypted.
So
I mean, imagine getting a message.
It's not crypto related at all.
Yeah.
But because you could like say your missus was going into labour and you didn't realise, and she sent you a message, and then half hour later it's finally pings. You go, well, it's too late. I've already had it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Bitcoin's like Apple and Casper is like Android. I think it'd be more that way.
I think we should.
Terrible comparison.
Chris loves that one. Didn't you save the screenshot where he said earlier that he loves Android?
Yeah, and he's who did you say? You said to us Ghosty that maybe you should use crayons because he's an Android user, wasn't that it? Terrible.
If you're going to use Cassia on Android, you might as well write a letter and put it in the mailbox.
Hey, yo.
Yeah, that's
Cool.
assuming they can write, Ashton.
That's true. And that they have crayons.
Exactly.
I've lots of crayons.
Yeah. Am I laggy?
No,
I feel like
No.
I feel like there's a delay too for me.
No,
Right?
I don't think
Really?
you're laggy. It just sounds like you're underwater sometimes when you move.
True.
I'll stay still.
Stay really still. Don't look at that thing walking towards you behind you.
Tom, you're very quiet on the whole debate. What do you think?
Well, to be honest, I haven't listened to the debate yet, but I
right,
would
okay.
say it was really interesting when that guy said that thing.
It was actually.
Fair enough.
I
It's a
second
duffel
that.
bag. Yeah. Yeah. Do you want to move on to the next one?
Yeah,
Levendi?
yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
So we're going straight into where we left off from last show. This is way back the 5th of June, right? It's a long time in crypto, a very long time in crypto. And there's these events are going to go from back then and come to today's date. So this post out here is in reference to something that was happening politically around a global trade war, and then Coinbase comes out of nowhere, gets a viral post by listing Fartcoin on something so serious about the Trump in favor of crypto and whatnot, and then Coinbase just slaps their post, which went fucking viral. Yay, we've listed Fartcoin.
This is just like a perfect statement for where our world is at, I think.
Yeah,
It's like trade war, real war, Fartcoin.
Fartcoin.
Yeah, global political systems around the world are the very essence of Fartcoin.
Yeah.
it must be what they're going to use to pay for the deficit.
No, I think it's how they tax your gas.
Shit, man. I don't know, man. Coinbase just makes me laugh. I've seen them listing meme coin after meme coin, nothing really substantial. Obviously not Casper. They're not gonna. I don't think they're gonna be sitting there and playing the real games, if that makes sense. They just want money. That's all it screams to me.
That's all of them want.
That's all it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Money and trading volume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
sure.
comments killed me on that one as well, but I guess well and truly roasted Coinbase. If you're listening, fucking list Casper now.
Yeah, right now. Or else.
Oh goodness me! I was not expecting to come. Is this what do you call it, Chris? Delete the post. What's his name? Zach XBT.
Oh yeah, he did delete a post, didn't he? He said,
I can't remember.
I've idiots about like you for exit liquidity or something.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, the exit, bro. I couldn't put a context because he deleted the post. But if you go on to the next one, is it after that or is that Elon Musk?
It's Elon Musk.
No. This is the Elon Musk. Sorry. We gave a little spoiler. So this is Elon Musk. So Elon Musk posted about whistleblowing about the Epstein files, right? And he made a threat to Trump that he was going to whistleblow it. And
What Epstein files? They don't exist.
They never did.
Wink.
And then the post deleted. Holy shit! So he was crashing out on the timeline on his platform, right? If you remember the story of how he didn't get his way with Trump, of everything, and how he got sort of kicked out of that spot he was in, and then he went on this little crash out on the timeline and came out of nowhere with some very wild posts, and now since deleted.
Yeah, they were wild, man. And then, like a few months or a few weeks later, Grok just goes full mega.
Fucking hell, man! Yeah,
like out of nowhere, it's insane.
Fucking insane, man. These little games, these little war games on the internet are just funny from my perspective to see, man. Honestly, it's obvious that they're just going at each other's throats, like, without sort of officially doing it, if that makes sense.
The Epstein
billionaire tantrums are crazy.
Yeah.
Sorry, Chris. What were you saying about Epstein's files?
That does annoy me that nothing's come of that, and I think it's a joke.
There's only one logical explanation. I think that it's the whole effort was intelligence community funded, just to gain leverage against powerful and political and rich people, and they can't let the files out because intelligence community is behind the whole game.
Yeah, I think.
And if I don't show up to BB tomorrow, you guys come find me.
Oh goodness, bro, make it to the event at least,
right?
But I mean, that means if the Epstein files don't exist and it's just there's nothingness about it, that means Epstein unalived himself for nothing.
Did he unalive
in the jail for nothing?
Yeah. Was he in jail?
In jail for nothing. So, like, it just annoys the hell out of me. Like, this is why we need proper true crypto transparency. Give us don't trust verify. We want to see this stuff.
Bro, you didn't sell me, bro. Sell me on that. It's not sold.
I've got a duffel bag of cash here that says different.
Okay, moving on, man. Elon Musk, consider yourself roasted. Moving on to this one, the Coinfession. So Coinfession's highlighted one small sentence from this whole post. I bought a gram of coke to celebrate. Unbelievable. If you're listening to this, do not do drugs. It's absolutely lethal. Stay in school. Now, back to this post. This person, anonymous confession, it goes on. Last year, I went 10x leverage long on Peanut, a household favorite on Blockchain Banter. Peanut, right after Elon tweeted about it. I hit it big, made 900 grand. I converted it all to USDT and told myself, cash it out in a few days, play it smart. I bought a gram of sniff to celebrate. Hit a party and found myself flexing my wallet to two blondes who didn't know shit about crypto. High out of my mind and full of ego, I started showing off how fast I could move money across wallets. Fast is a bit of a wrong word to use there if it was Bitcoin. But I sent 700 grand to an address I thought was mine. It wasn't. Just some old address from months ago, buried in my address book. Gone. Irreversible.
I was wondering what that was. I saw it coming in.
Poof in a panic. I tried to make it back with the last 200 grand. Went all in on 3 pump fund Ming coins. Left the party and stared at the screen the whole night. They all went to zero. I don't even know how to describe the feeling. The disbelief, the self-hate. And then I commented on this, but go on, sorry, go on.
So I was just going to say, that's the best anti-drugs commercial ever.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, 100%.
Spot on. Someone needs to digitize this. Fucking animate it. I made a comment.
It also tells you that the $5 wrench problem is not the only risk in crypto. Your fucking ego is an even bigger one.
Biggest risk. Yeah, man.
Hookers and blow.
Well, also, everybody everywhere always just says that do your research. And clearly, from all of these examples, again, no one's doing any research because you just purchase free whatever meme coins and think it's going to work out. And statistically, it's very unlikely.
It's very, very true. But this person had 900 grand and was so high trying to show off to some random people he met in a club, right? How fast they can move money. How fast they can... Bro, you're drunk out of your nut and you're showing off with probably a boner in your pants and you're trying to move 700 grand. I don't get the thought process behind that. Anyway, he lost it.
I don't know. Real quick shout out to him though, because bro is like the best crypto evangelist because he's not like look at all my money. You know, he's not like, oh, I can buy you a ring or you should hook up with me. Look how fast I can move it. No bang.
He was doing God's work.
Yeah. Look at those fees. Look at those fees.
Yeah. Oh God.
So at first I didn't believe this, and it took me a while to mull it over. So I wrote that I commented that I refuse to believe that there's someone that fucking stupid, to be honest. And it went viral underneath there, gathered a few comments of its own. But I honestly could not believe what I was reading. I read it back so many times.
I do believe there's people that are that stupid because me and Tom,
we've done that loads of times.
Was once in someone's house working and they were arguing over whether the tinned sweet corn is the same as the sweet corn you get on the cob.
Specifically the KFC sweet corn cob.
That's the one.
Specifically the KFC one,
Mm-hmm. So
that was a long debate. Like it kind of grabbed us a little bit. It went on for a long time.
It was quite an interesting debate. It was actually more interesting than the Bitcoin one.
Oh goodness!
If you are interested, though, they settled on that it is the same.
Yeah, they did settle on that.
Yeah.
But
I'm glad you said that. I was on the edge of my seat.
Yeah, he was on DeepSeek checking. But did the guy even get laid at the end of it?
No, he left the party to stare at his pump fun coins that went to zero.
Amazing.
No, you know how quickly that boner dropped out when he saw 700 grand missing? Bro was done for weeks.
True. It went back inside. Yeah.
Oh god. Have you got sound on this, by the way? Yeah, Crypto.
I can put sound on, but we might have the echo. You want to try it?
Yeah. If we just don't speak and hear this out, it won't be that long. But before we do, I don't know if you guys have seen these AI videos with all these animals and the voiceovers. They're fucking brilliant. So I had to highlight. I've seen some crypto-related ones, some football-related ones. Absolute hilarious. If you got 5 minutes to spend watching these, it'll put a smile on your face.
I get upset, but cool. Yeah.
Okay. Want me to play it?
Yeah.
All right, so I think the locals left this thing called an energy drink. Let's take a sip.
Oh, I'm gonna crash out. I don't know what was in that, but I can't freaking sleep. Oh, might as well get morning's grub ready. I'm tweaking.
Boys, I'm cooking another massive trout.
Boys, I'm cooked. I'm out of Zins, and I'm about to crash hard. If I don't make it, give this trout to Fred. He needs it.
Boys, she's landed. We're eating like kings tonight.
All right, boys, trout's done. Fire roasted, wilderness style. Might be burnt, we'll find out. Nah, that's gas.
All right, so I think the locals left this thing called an energy drink. Let's take a sip.
That
Is it, yeah?
That is awesome. Oh, did we mess up your...
No, is there an echo?
Yeah.
Yeah, 1 second. Okay.
Now,
okay, there you go.
Awesome. Now, is that an actual AI video or was that Wolf?
A morning walk.
Yeah.
At 4:00, I do that. I do that walk every morning. So. Yeah.
I think these are brilliant, man. The AI, where it's got AI to, it's insane. When you see more of them, and especially with more on what we're involved with, you see the funny side to them as well. But I just think they highlight the technology and where we're at today. I imagine in a year's time where it's going to be as well.
Oh, it's
interesting and fun to watch for sure.
It is insane, and just there'll be so many people making a fortune off these as well, and they monetize the accounts.
Oh my god,
So
these videos are all over TikTok. They've gathered billions of views in so many different accounts. They're killing it over there, and YouTube now, and some on X. They've come over as well. It's insane, man. I lose hours flicking through TikTok at work.
We should see if we can get them to
at work
host Rock the Casper for us.
What was that? Sorry, I didn't catch that.
I'm saying we should see if we can get them to host our episode of Rock the Casper.
Oh, that'd be fun,
mate. Can you imagine a AI version of this but hosting Rock the Casper News? What?
It'd be better than what we produce.
It's so much better, yeah.
Nah. You guys got raw talent. What do you mean?
If you guys are successful in that, we should put your AI model onto a Bitcoin debate.
Oh my God.
Just throw these videos at them. No need to fucking join the show.
But they are brilliant, those videos. I love that down in the energy drink and then woo!
They are scary though. One of the companies in Japan had a hack where $100 million was stolen. And the way they did it is they recreated the CEO, CFOs, and all kinds of people within the organization, and then had a Zoom meeting with an entry-level employee where the CEO instructed him, said, you need to do this payment now. And he did it, and he bypassed it. So it is quite scary what the capabilities of this is. And another thing to add, I listened to a podcast this week from Roman Jabulski. He's a computer scientist and AI safety specialist. And if you don't want to be absolutely depressed and feel like the end is near, don't listen to it. He is super intelligent, and he just counters everything immediately. The extent in the end, Joe Rogan said that, before this meeting for the last couple of days, I was worried, am I going to be happy, okay, after this podcast, or am I going to be super depressed? And I can honestly say I'm super depressed now. But the reason why I'm thinking about this, he was talking about how, if you think about the whole argument about whether we're in a simulation or not, he said that if you look at what ChatGPT is, your ChatGPT world or your AI world is unique to you. And that AI is learning everything in context of you. So as video and photos and everything happens, you're going to end up with a reality. You can create your own reality with your own rules and your own things, which people will be obliged to go to because it's better than real life.
I mean, that sounds amazing. Take me there now.
Sounds like those apocalyptic things where you're stuck in your bedroom with a video, virtual reality headset on, and your real body's just dying while you live in some fake world.
There was an anime that was made about that. Sword Art Online, I think it was called. It really painted the picture. It was so early for when it came out more than 10 years ago, and it depicted this whole world. You put this helmet on. There's this kid puts his helmet on, lies skinny as whatever, lying on his bed. They get stuck inside a whole virtual game. The concept is mental. So you get stuck. There is no log out button, and if you die in there, you die in real life.
That was a Bruce Willis movie as well.
Was it?
Yeah.
I can't remember the name, but yeah, they live in these kind of virtual reality. They live in their house. They don't leave their house, but they're Sims, they're robot counterparts. They go out in the real world. They're younger and they're better looking and they're stronger and all this. So they're falling to bits in real life, but they don't care because their Sims look good. Yeah, that was
the Bruce Willis one.
Yeah.
It's all the same thing as the Matrix, though. Just put you in a little nutrient sack and run your life.
See, I'm certain we're in the Truman Show, and it's designed purely just to put traffic in front of me at any given moment. Whenever I'm in my car, there's always someone in front of me, always.
And they go really slow.
Yeah.
It is weird.
It is weird.
Why is it always a Prius?
Yeah.
Oh dear. Has anyone like? So Ashton, you probably won't know this, but no, you probably won't.
Well, thanks.
Did anyone
Go
watch
ahead.
Red Dwarf?
Figure it out.
Yeah.
Red Dwarf, did you say?
Smeghead. Yeah.
A tiny bit when I was a kid. Yeah.
They done an episode on this where they were in a AI thing.
Oh yeah. Do I remember it?
They did.
Yeah, really funny, fucking brilliant. You should watch it. I can't remember what the squid. I think I can't remember.
Yeah, it's the Dwayne Dwibley episode, isn't it?
Yeah, Dwayne Dwibley.
Because he turned the sim
gets
turns
glasses
him
and
into
the big
their
teeth.
biggest nightmares or something. But yeah, it's quite good.
Worth watching.
Awesome. There's another video here. Oh my god, you guys need to know the culture in Japan. You're gonna love it. Play another video with sound, bro.
Okay, give me a second.
Bro, oh my goodness me. I'm just reading the words in Japan right now.
Is this AI or is this a real?
No, real. This is a real.
Oh,
Chris just can't tell at this point.
Cheating while being in a relationship is very common things to happen. Nande is this happen? Reason number one is that Japanese people working for Japanese company, and there is a really unique culture called nomikai. What is nomikai is where almost every Friday night after work, you go out drinking with your co-worker, your boss, basically every company worker, and get super drunk and end up they are going to Sopran. Interesting things about this is that all those is paid by the company expense. So basically going to Sopran, getting super drunk at izakaya bar is also part of the connection as a company members. But yes, and partner have to accept that, and then most of the Japanese people accept because it's just, company events at the end of the day. Do you think that nomikai and going to Sopran with your coworker or boss is necessary and paid by company expense to connect? What do you think that? Or do you think this count as cheating? Let me know your opinions, and if you want to know more about why cheating while being in a relationship is very common things in Japan, let me know as well.
Okay, I've got two things.
Wait. Let Cryptopumpz fix the. It's just mind blowing.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to start screening your stuff before we go online. I don't know what 100%.
There's two things here. One, she definitely works for Soapland. And two, I can't believe that Japan is on my list of places to go for
all of a sudden.
Get out of it.
So we do our Christmas do in Japan this year, Chris.
Yeah, it's only fair.
I heard they're having a bricklayers conference over there.
Exactly. It makes financial sense.
Yeah.
It's a company event, man. It's all right.
It's networking.
Yeah.
And subtitle placement. Why are the subtitles not up the top?
Because
by the way, it's like visible right there.
Oh dear. So this is this similar to Kit Kat Club?
Yeah. Do you know what? That's the only thing that was going in my mind when I was watching this. But the culture just mind blown, man. Mind blown. It's insane. Absolutely insane. I wanted to highlight it. It's like I don't get it. I don't get it. Company event paid for. I searched it up as well through AI.
I bet you did.
Google, and it's actually it's a thing.
Hours of research.
No, I did. I just wanted to find out if it was true because there was no community notes on it and nothing. So I legit looked, and it's true. It's a culture. It's mental.
I'll ask Boku.
Oh yeah, that's a shout.
Yeah.
That's a shout. Yeah.
I'll give Boku a shout and see if he...
For educational purposes.
Yeah, of course. Namakai. It's the only Japanese I know, but it's worth knowing. Namakai.
Yeah, I'm not even going to attempt to say anything. I don't know nothing.
Yeah, that's what we all tell our partners. I don't know nothing.
Yeah, so I'm just flying out to a company event. Sorry, darling.
This is really good timing before the Berlin event, guys. Thanks for doing it. My family doesn't watch these YouTubes at all.
You joke, we had this one guy at Morgan Stanley that was like an idiot. But he went on holiday to Thailand alone without his wife and kids. Like that. Yeah. But he was a character because we one of the days we told him that when the time moves that it's going the other direction, and we managed to convince him, and he ended up going late to work, but he also managed to convince his wife that she was also late for work because of that.
Oh, God, Jesus. Mental. Moving on. Consider that culture intriguing. I would say.
Yeah, have we just roasted Japan here?
No.
It's I was about to say. I mean, I think in Japan's defense, we should probably get a second opinion.
Yeah.
To be fair, I don't think any of us have roasted it as much as all said we're going to Japan. We've commended them, really. Yeah.
They listened back to this. We roasted it.
Yeah.
You're really helping my case here, Chris.
If you've not been living under a rock, you'd know this face. But if you have, then you wouldn't. This is the face of Gary Gensler crying in such an artistic form. Now, Zubik is an account. He's an NFT founder on ETH, and his posts are very satire. I love his posts. It's very funny. He made one when Watcher Guru reported back in June that the SEC chair, Paul Atkins, says they're working on a policy to exempt DeFi platforms from regulatory barriers. And then Zubik, the legend that he is, posts the man crying because that's what he was trying to fight against, right? Back in the day. So I thought it was really funny and good to highlight. I don't know if
Feels
you guys
cathartic.
also on that.
Nice and cathartic. Just closure on Gensler. He's crying. Put him behind us.
You guys seen the Gensler NFT?
Please put him behind us.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever seen the Gensler? Sorry.
All the SEC filings that have been listed against like everyone, because they just went after everyone that was crypto related, have all been like thrown out now, haven't they? They keep getting thrown out.
Yeah. Along with the Epstein files.
Yeah. What files?
Have you guys seen the Gensler NFT? 8runners BTC launched it last year sometime. You could type it into Magic Eden, you'll have a laugh. So it's an image of Gensler and then with a big bum, and then there's stuff that goes into the bum every time. It's a different type of prop.
Fuck's sake.
It's a bit animated also, so the bum goes up.
That's hilarious. I want to check it out. What's it called?
Gensler. Yes, let me check. I've got like 20 of them.
Of course.
Wolf's the largest holder.
Yeah, he's the fucking biggest whale.
Yeah. They kept on sending me more. So it's Gary space G dot Gensler, GENZLERZ. They're everywhere. But if you look at Magic Eden, you'll be able to see one. And they're quite intense. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, I don't know if you can see.
I can't see him.
No. Yeah.
They'll be able to do a whole series on JPAL next as well, wouldn't they? Or a whole.
Is he getting sacked?
Yeah, he's going, bro.
Is he? Yeah.
He's got to. I mean, if next month, is it next month or this month? Actually,
they got one this month, one next month.
July. Yeah, you're talking about the Fed meeting.
Yeah,
one in September.
One this month, one next month.
If they drop it by Trump wants it 300 basis points. If they do that, if they do
It's
that,
never happening.
Never.
Yeah, I know, but we can dream. Let us dream, Ashton.
Yeah,
If this
okay.
happens, insane, just insane.
What's the realistic number that if it was going to drop? What's more
50.
realistic?
Yeah,
yeah,
50
half
top
a percent
ends,
max,
25
isn't it? Yeah, 50
probably.
BPS max.
And what does that mean for the markets in general? If it's that,
I think any drop will pump it a bit.
Well,
Yeah,
it's just like indicative of more drops to come, right? So I think
Yeah.
that's really what they're pricing in. It's not the drop size doesn't matter that much.
That's it. Yeah, it all gets priced in pretty early, doesn't it? So if he starts dropping it, then he'll continue to. But...
November, December will probably be the parabolic time.
But also this time of year, they got loads of meetings back to back as well. And so usually it gets this time of year, and they got like one in July, one in September. Whereas in January, you'll be waiting 3-4 months for the next one.
I still actually do have faith that they'll go 300 basis point. If they go 3%,
So you remember
down,
that? You remember that property up north we talked about, Chris?
only because you have to refi
They do have to refi, yeah. Heavy.
all their debt.
oh, Chris is lagging, or is that me?
Yeah. I don't know. 300 basis points is crazy. It would be gnarly.
Chris, testing 1, 2.
He's doing that on purpose.
Yeah,
No,
he's frozen on screen.
Yeah,
He's running on one block every 10 minutes.
Fuck. Chris, your internet's gone, mate.
Stop Googling Japanese culture, Chris. It's right. It's using up your phone.
Look at that pose. He's frozen there on purpose. I'm sure of it.
Oh, there he moved.
God, 1 block per 10 minutes. You're right, man.
He's just put directions into Soapland and his phone's gone a bit crazy.
fuck is going on?
Oh, you're back.
Keys are struggling. Oh, God.
I thought you went to Wolfie's house. You went to the bad end.
Happy kick up clap, bro.
The glitchy moves on Chris's face are so much fun to watch right now. It looks like an old storybook.
Is he back? Is he back?
I think so.
He's crying now.
No, he's crying.
Back?
No.
No, you're not. No, you're
No,
not.
not
You're not
yet.
back. That was a super
I think you're back.
This is jokes. I don't know what to watch, the screen or Chris.
Go on, carry on. Forget about him. He'll come back. I'll kick him
All right,
out, will I?
I don't know, Chris. Maybe you want to go out and come back in. But cool. Moving on to this. The post. I can't remember the context on this. I think Andrew Tate. If you scroll down a bit, Cryptopumpz. I think this was when Andrew Tate put on. I too would hang on. Go up. So yeah, he posted that he won, but it was fake because he lost. This person tracked it down and he lost 600 grand on the trade.
Oh, yeah.
So I can't believe it's not been deleted yet. So I caught it and wanted to highlight it.
Thing is, you can get screenshots of your vanity metrics whilst the trade's open. So it may have got that high, but then like you say, turned around and he lost it anyway.
Yeah, I mean,
So what did he say? He made 300. He made 600k.
So
wasn't
sorry,
he?
guys. Go up. Oh, test in 1, 2. Chris,
Hello?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
back? Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Sorry,
Yes.
I must have had an Epstein prison videotape glitch there. About 2 minutes of my life has been taken out.
Well, at least you still have the rest of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. It wasn't on that dough, don't worry.
He posted plus 138.5%. Long 25x, but he lost 600 grand.
Nice.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
why are we surprised? That sounds like Andrew Tate.
the thing is, they're massively gamed for vanity metrics. So people do exactly that, and they share those posts. Yeah. So like you could have had 10 grand in an account, lost most of it, but had one trade that was $10 worth has done well, and it will show that it's come up 200, 500% or whatever. But reality is you've lost everything.
Yeah, it only shows the percent of the margin, not the.
It's not your account; it's the percent of your margin. Yeah, so
yeah, you can do loads of $10 trades, and one might be up 1,000%, and you look like you're big bollocks. But
that's the thing. The easy way to do it is just you get two similar tokens, you go long on one and short on the other with a small margin, and then you can post something like that. Look, I've done 500% or whatever.
So what's that then? And his entry price was 2,515, and mark price was 2,655. That's not 138% to me. What does that mean?
Because it's on margin.
25x leverage.
Yeah, it's on leverage.
Yeah, so basically what they say is if he had put £1 margin in, the trade is currently worth 100. Well, it's not 130. That'll be £2.30 or something. But
yeah, I've not done longs or shorts, so especially on Hyperliquid, what it is. Yeah,
these snapshots you can just fake not fake. They're technically true, but do you know what I mean? You can game it easily.
Well, that's the thing. The platform gears them to make you look better because one, you then show off, and two, it gets other people going, well, I want to make 138%.
No, that fucking James Wynn. Did you hear about what he done with his platform? I think that's coming next as we go through the show. But James Wynn, another fucking. That was an insane. His account deactivated now. But anyway, moving on.
Levendi, going off of that, have you seen Hock Tour Girl's account has been sold?
Yeah, she sold it.
Yeah. She sold 300 grand, wasn't it? I don't know if I caught that, put it into this. I saw it on the timeline, but it just shows you that everything was planned as everyone thought in the beginning. That rug was real. It was not like she didn't know about it. For sure, she took 250 grand to market it and knew that the rest was going to happen. I don't know whether the mad doctor or whatever the doctor something was working with her is even around anymore. I think that account's been either made private or deleted as well. But fucking, it doesn't surprise me that she sold her account, man.
But who would have thought that making someone famous who said Hock Tour spit on that name could go bad for society?
Bro, she's still making podcasts. She's still out there making bro. KSI.
It definitely went great for her.
Yeah. Fucking hell.
As a generation, as just a global community, we have to take responsibility for the people we make famous. We need to have a strong, hard look at ourselves and say, stop being knobs. Put people that are decent up in like the rankings, and not people that say spit on that thing.
Does that mean you're not joining me in the Bonnie Blue queue next week?
I specifically asked to go last.
You meeting her in Japan?
Horrible.
For that work meeting?
It's meeting her in Soapland. Yes, that's right, Levendi. I did remember the name. I've got it written down.
I forgot. I've still got Kit Kat Club in my head. Right, moving on. Consider that last one roasted to fan favorite Bold Comics. I love Bold, man. He's great artist. So I made another Kraken one I thought I'd highlight. Finally up on my hype trade, talking about Hyperliquid. Congrats. Did you set that to take profit order? No, I'm going to Ryan trip it all.
Guys, I'm just going to pop off for 5 minutes. I need to go kill a spider for my wife.
Is that what they call it nowadays? All right, mate.
She heard about Soap Blocks Club, didn't she? The Soapland Club.
Yeah.
Yeah, quick trip to Japan. But yeah, no, I highlighted this because A, Kraken, we love Kraken because of Casper, and B, Bold, great artist, great comic, so all round funny.
And don't be that guy.
Yeah, don't round trip it all.
Round trips for travel, not crypto.
Yeah, don't show off how fast you can transfer money either.
I do think you have
unless
to
you're sending it to me.
What was that, Chris?
I do think you have to round trip at least once to it's like baptism through fire. You have to go through it to be a true crypto bro.
Yeah, one of us. One.
It's a rite of passage, isn't it?
Fortunately, I've done it a few times. So, but
Yeah.
Oh goodness! Great post. Consider this one done. What's this? Shoe. I can't remember this. Oh, it's a video. Oh my god. Oh my goodness me. Yeah. Put this video on. It's fucking. I don't think you need to even the sound on this, but check this. This girl. So tell me if this guy was justified or not, right? This random girl jumped on this guy's car and started destroying the roof. So if you press play, we'll see what happens. Quick little video. Justified or not justified?
No.
What's the context behind it?
I would have just driven away.
Yeah.
I don't think you need to get out and scare her. Just drive away. She won't be a problem.
Would that not have like sort of caused more damage? She could have fallen more on her head than the way she fell there.
Yeah.
Could have got out.
I'm just thinking about what you tell the cops, and it's like I was scared for my life. There was someone jumping on my car. Yeah. But if you get out, you're not scared. You've got no defense.
That's private property, though, no?
Well, maybe.
Just get out of the car, check the car if there's damage, hold her, wait for the guards, pay for it. Yeah. Don't be hitting her.
Yeah. What context
was that
behind
a hit
it,
or a push? I thought that was a push, to be honest.
Is this you?
It sounds like a differentiation you don't ever want to have to make.
Yeah, basically.
True.
If it's UK, it'll go to jail for it, definitely.
But if it was America, like, would that not be assault or something? I'm going to sue you.
That's UK, isn't it?
You can see.
I think they would have shot her by now if it was America.
Depends on if she's a Democrat or not.
True.
Yeah.
I thought they're only arresting people in England now for WhatsApp messages and school groups.
That they sentenced a guy, I think a couple of weeks ago, for 20 months in jail because he hit a guy that exposed himself to his child at a playground. And then he just gave him one shot, and then for that shot they sent him to jail for 20 months. Said it was
a joke.
Overreaction.
That is a joke.
What the other guy get?
I don't know. One punch. I don't know. Probably nothing. Probably.
He probably got compensation for being.
Yeah, and a house. He'll get a council house and a nice car from the mobility scheme.
Oh Jesus!
The EU are sorry. Go on. Oof.
I was going to say, you know how crazy our UK benefit system is. So we've got this thing called the mobility scheme where you get a car, but the cars you can get is all the way up to BMWs and Audis, and we give so many cars away that 1 out of every 5 cars in the UK is through that scheme, mobility scheme. So like 20% of the whole UK market is driven by that. And then they pull the statistics of it. So the reasons people got the mobility scheme, one for it, and it's from anxiety to depression, tennis elbow, you name it. But the most interesting one is for alcoholics. They gave like 800 cars for alcoholics. That's like a really bad idea.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
What do you think they'd give me for getting bodied in basketball by my kid?
You'd have a Hummer, no problem.
Hummer. Yeah, cool.
I'm gonna see if I can get.
That's what we need to do. Fuck the tariffs. We just need to start importing the mobility cars to America. That's what we need to do. No tariffs. Just take your free cars.
It is insane in this country, though. I mean, I've got a busted elbow, and I've got a V12 Mustang sitting on my drive. It's unreal.
I was telling my brother, because I went through the list with him, and I was saying it's like tennis elbow and all this shit. I said, I wonder if I can get more than one, because I've got like 8 things on this list already. So,
yeah.
Yeah, well, I can't speak properly, and that is a serious disability.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and you're ginger.
And I'm ginger. Yeah, ginger, can't speak properly. What else, Tom? Come on.
Oh,
come on, Tom. Tell us it all.
The smell. Just the smell. The smell is insane.
You're putting Casper key rings in between bricks in houses.
Yeah.
What issues does that cause down the line?
Yeah, HSBC are mad, furious with us. We have to rip them down and start again.
Yeah, our warranties only last 24 hours anyway.
Yeah. As soon as we're off the job, that's it. Warranty's over.
Yeah, I was just going to say they're trying to bring that. It's not hate speech, you know, but if anybody says anything bad on social media, and you can get arrested in England for it, they're trying to bring it out here. The EU wants the Irish government to clamp down on Irish people for that. But yeah, there's protests and
Are they specifically targeting Ireland?
Yeah, because there's a lot of protests going over here. Not getting political, like, but you know, there's a lot of people turning up here and they're being shoved into little towns, and there's not the capacity to support them, and people have kind of had enough, like, you know. And they're just the real people. Like, I've been to army bases where they have the proper Ukrainian refugees and mothers and daughters and families, and it's very sad to see. And they're all very welcome, but then there's just people turning up on boats with no IDs, like, and coming from the countries and paying $5,000 to get on a boat and go here when they could pay 25 quid and go on Ryanair. Somehow they disappear, you know. So yeah, there's people getting. I've never, you know, Northern Ireland, all the troubles. I've never seen unionists and nationalists like working together. They're both together, you know.
Are they?
They see the English flag and the Irish flag together, like up the north.
Jesus,
they actually, it's the first thing I've ever seen them agree on. Yeah,
Jesus,
that's massive. Actually,
that's mental. Yeah.
I think the world, or most of the world governments are highly undervaluing the sentiments that's in people at the moment in the general public, or the anger. They're really not understanding to what extent it's starting to build up to.
I don't know. I think they do understand. That's why they're policing speech.
Yeah.
I don't know what's like over there, but over here, seemingly, if you trace all the hotels, they get paid loads, like crazy money for housing refugees and hotels. But if you follow the path back, it comes back to the same politicians that are bringing them over. Or, you know, they're making a lot of money, like, so that's,
You get 200% of 100% occupancy rate for a hotel.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
So we had one guy who owns a bunch of hotels here. He's the first billionaire created from this scheme.
Wow.
It's insane what's happening. And what for me, again, put my little tinfoil hat on. If it was just the UK, you'd go, well, that country's just letting in just random people. You don't know who they are, just letting them in. So that's a political problem there. But it's happening all over the West. Like all over the West, they're just opening borders and just letting these people in. And I don't agree with it. I think it's insane, an insane policy. And it does need to be sorted because... But my problem is it's a wider problem. So it's very coordinated because it's happening throughout the whole West. It's not just one individual case. It's happening in Greece, Italy, France, England, Germany. I think even as far as America, from what I hear, there's a pretty lax border there now. Or was.
Especially the last 4 years.
Yeah. Canada... all of these places are just really lax on letting random people and if that's the case, why the hell do we have passport? I'm going to Spain in a few months. Why do I need a passport to go to Spain then? I'll just arrive. I don't need a passport if that's the rules now. It seriously is. There's something nefarious going on, and I don't like it because it doesn't make sense why it's happening.
It's evil.
Yeah.
It's got an evil sentiment to it, and it's worrying.
And it's not about it's not about like really shit stuff happens throughout the world, and again, that's normally driven by governments. So, for example, for the UK anyway, on our part, I remember when we went to war in Iraq for weapons of mass destruction. Most of the UK didn't want to go there. We were like the people were going, why the fuck are we going to this country? We don't need to. Oh no, we need freedom. Everyone needs freedom. And the knock-on effect of that is just unreal. And unfortunately, it's all because of money and greed and things like this, which is why I really want crypto to champion out over all of this. because it does. It ultimately leads to decentralization. It ultimately leads to transparency. And the less government we have and the more transparent we are, I think the better the general population of every country gets, personally.
Agreed. I can't believe we got on that from an unjustified push on a normal middle class roof.
I was just so happy he talked about crypto at the end of it. I'm like, nice, we're back.
I realised I was going on my weird one, so I brought it back round.
Oh, but no, I agreed though. It's a good take, Chris. Really good take. But consider that that last post done and roasted unjustified push. Now moving on to this one. This post was in regards to the name change of Casper City. It's changed names again since then. Mm-hmm. So it's not reflected on this post because it was a bit of a time ago. But I wanted to get everybody's takes on that and what they felt about that specific name change.
My initial reaction was negative, to be honest. It wasn't like from the name change or the X, BS energy that was going on. None of that really mattered. But just Casper City as a whole, I looked at it through the lens of like historical, like I don't know if industrial revolution or just species evolution of us going from tribes and independent small, very hyper small, hyper localized communities to these cities, and when I think city, I think, Los Angeles, San Francisco, New York City, these large places that are significant, and they feel extremely centralized to me. The concept of a city is extremely centralized, but I don't know, it grew on me. And as you read the post and you understand the energy behind it, you can kind of draw some similarities and make it make sense. But, I don't know. I think humanity does better by going back towards a tribe mindset rather than a city. So I was slightly disappointed by it at first and had to think about it for a long time to get behind the idea. Kind of halfway came around eventually.
I wasn't a fan of it either, to be honest. And it was, so whenever I think of cities, immediately I think of just regulation. Basically, it's just so many rules, so many traffic cones. You need a permit to do this, permit to do that. And it's so centralized, which is the kind of reason I don't like cities a lot of the time. But yeah, I kind of just saw it as that, and I was thinking, for me, it wasn't reflecting Casper well.
Yeah. Did it grow on you, or was that just fully your stance on it?
No, I just didn't like it, to be honest.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, no, I agree. I didn't see a point of it, to be honest. As we can see, it's back to Casper currency as it was originally. It changed to that. I mean, there was no point. I didn't see a point in it at all. I mean, the story's compelling. The vision, at first, I didn't quite understand, but like Ashton said, for him, it grew on him. I understood it more and more as time went on, but I still didn't agree with the name change. It's just completely pointless, to be honest. It didn't need to happen.
I think they were trying to solve a problem that wasn't there.
Yeah.
That's the original problem of everything. They were trying to solve something that was never a problem in the first place.
Fair.
Yeah, over engineering for sure.
Big time.
Am I thinking of the wrong account? Was it not? Is it not Christian took it over and it's Casper Unchained now?
It is now, yeah.
Yeah.
Right, that's just old. Oh,
yeah, he created another account to adopt that old handle so no one could steal it and start using that. So they did the same thing we did when we went from Nacho Wyborski to Nacho the Cat.
Is this not the main account?
Not anymore.
No, Casper Unchained is the main account. This is a brand new account with very little followers that adopted the name to
is it really?
Secure it.
They took the followers, didn't they, from Casper Currency, and then they kept Casper
Well, they
Currency,
just changed the name. They just changed the
can't
original account
followers.
to No, you can't. So you change the name, you create a new account, and then you release the name, take the name from the new account, and then your old account has the new name.
But I was under the impression that post was done by the original account, Casper City. Wow. And then he changed to Casper Unchained. So I didn't really even realize that it was a whole new account that was created.
Yeah.
Wow.
The only thing he's not going to do, he's not going to post about KII and stuff like that. Sure, he's not. or Casplex, or he's just going to talk about open source stuff, isn't he? On built straight on Casper.
That's what he said in the proposal. Yeah.
See, I don't know how to feel about that because I believe they should highlight everything that's been built on Casper, not just the layer 1 stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do as well. I think it should be everything, but
it should be everything. Yeah.
If it's not, again, you're not going to please everyone, and if they're not pleasing us or a few of us, it doesn't really matter ultimately. They're going to keep to what they're keeping to, and at the end of the day, it still is pushing out good content. In fairness, so.
Yeah, and the key takeaway is more voices talking about Caspa in their own style, their own voice, that decentralized community grassroots stuff, and that's happening. And you can it enables us to care about the main account less.
Yeah, that's it. I think especially with like a decentralized project, it definitely needs a figurehead to start with, 100%, and it needs direction. It needs to grow its own legs, but at some point, it has to push out into the big wide world itself, and lose that sort of, centralization, basically.
Yep. Well, yeah, but it is sort of like having kids, and when you get to, like, when kids have become teenagers and are ready to go out into the world themselves, you sort of guide them to that point, and then you release them to the world, and you just step back as a parent. And I think that's sort of what Casper had to do, or has to do, to some degree. Whether it's premature, I don't know, but yeah.
And honestly, a lot of understanding goes out to the core Caspa team, because your analogy is perfect on that. I mean, can you imagine Jonathan letting his teenage Caspa out finally into the world and not being scared shitless about what's going to happen to it?
Yeah,
so that's what happens every time I let my teenage out of the world. I'm like, she's never coming back.
Very valid. Very valid. Was there a comment on this as well? I think there was a follow-up. There was a follow-up.
Christian is just that guy, man. He was in so many chats with him, and I think he was just like, his head was just
it got to him, didn't it? Goodness me! Everyone jumped on this. Look at everyone's reactions and posts and replies. Everyone was sharing their opinion. So it done. You're right. Like, it done what it was intended to do, to get everyone talking about it. I think you're absolutely right, Ashton.
I do want to say though, like, I do think, because like Chad and Shy and everybody obviously knows about the whole going on there, but I genuinely do think, and this is my take, Chad and Shy and where the split happened. Oh, to be honest with you, all of them, but Chad and Shy, Chad obviously put a lot of work into Casper Currency as it was for the first 3 years. And to be honest with you, I think he done a fantastic job. I do. I genuinely think he done a brilliant job with.
I mean, look at the followers, the price, the technology, everything during that time period. It works great.
I think he did. I do think he did incredible work, and I am actually really glad that whatever happened, I don't actually know the full ins and outs of it, and I don't think loads of people do. But there's obviously some friction there. That's obvious. But I'm really glad that Chad has moved. He just, I think, as far as I'm aware, he decided himself, all right, I'll remove myself from Casper Currency. I'll set up Casper Commons and go and do that. And I'm glad he has. I'm glad he stuck around and carried on doing that, because I do think he is really beneficial to Casper with marketing and branding. He comes out with some incredible stuff. And to be honest with you, it's good to see other people coming out with incredible stuff as well. There's that crypto lady. I'm not sure, but they do incredible work as well with in terms of memes and.
I got to shout out Crypto Lady. They done a Casper rendition of my PFP, which I changed. Was it yesterday, day before? Which is awesome, man. Really, really awesome. It was just quick fire as well. A little commented back straight away, and then slapped it on my PFP just like that.
Yeah, it's done really good. That's awesome.
Yeah, thanks, Cryptopumpz. Look at this, man. It's awesome.
It is really good, man.
I wouldn't trust you with my crypto.
There's a story behind this. Like, this is actual hand drawn by my old partner's wife. She done all 3 of our PFPs back in 2021. She hand drew them and then got them digitized. And so the t-shirt represents the color of the role that I had in the Discord at the time. the cards represent the yellow card system we've got in the club, and the look represents how I look when I play poker. So it's just really like well drawn out and proper done by an artist. So I had to represent it. And then the fact that it got Casperified made it even better.
Yes. That is what made it amazing.
Well, Caspifying anything makes it better.
What's this? Oh,
Hyper
hang on.
liquid.
Is this a Zach XBT?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So, oh my God, we're going that far back. We're in June 14th still. So Zach XBT, coming off the last episode, you guys remember what he named Casper, the poverty chain? And we went through the whole thing about that. Since that time, I've caught him acting up and changing his ways. So this is one of the new things he'd done. He came into these guys that were talking about Hyperliquid, and instead of cussing them out, he gave them advice on what to do and what to install. So it was a change to how he acted before. So I feel like Casper community got to him and changed him. And so I commented, I said, I like this change of tone, telling newly built ecosystems what they need rather than cussing them out of emotion.
Do you not think he's been paid somewhere along the line by Hyperliquid?
I mean,
well, he's literally talking about how he's not. He said someone in Hyperliquid ecosystem needs to fund proper analytics and compliance integrations.
Yeah.
So I mean,
doesn't.
Maybe he got paid, but
I think he works. The ones that he's telling everybody to install is who he works for. So if they do install it, then he probably gets work off the back of that, right? And then and that's what I think it is. But it's a good change because he didn't do that with Casper. He didn't do that with the Litecoin community. He didn't do that with any other community that I saw in the last 3 months until Casper and everybody's had that knock-on effect on him. Because you know how big the Casper community is from last night's show, right? And in general. So the fact that he got all of that activity thrown at him, I feel like changed him a little bit. And there's more to come as we go along as well with a deleted post of him crashing out as well.
With the Casper stuff, I thought he came across as a bit of a prick, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I agree.
And I actually, there's that, I can't remember his name. Doggo? Is it Doggo?
The deep diving that asks all the right questions.
Bro, he is...
Cat Dog.
Cat Dog,
yeah.
Yeah, he is the Zach for us.
Yeah,
he's doing an incredible job with
this situation.
Zach with a good attitude.
This situation,
exactly.
It's mad. He wasn't doing that before this situation.
No, props to him, man. He's doing it off his own back. Awesome. He's an awesome guy.
Cool. Consider this one roasted. I can see the title on the next one. This is fucking. This is mad. So I quit my 9-to-5 job because I'm sick of being stuck in the matrix and work 8 hours every single day. Now, thanks to crypto and leverage trading, I work 16 hours a day, but I can call myself free.
Bro, this is my life right now. This is exactly how I feel.
So everybody has that sort of dream and take on the crypto space that it'll be freeing and releasing your 9-to-5 will make you have more time. But it's the complete opposite, as we know.
Yep. It's partially about passion work too. I know for me personally, it's like I didn't like the 9-to-5 work, so I was happy to quit it at 5. And I like this work, so now it's like all of a sudden 1 a.m. and I'm like, why the fuck am I still doing
this? Oh goodness!
But it is when you've got a passion for something, you put more effort into it, don't you? So it makes sense.
Yeah, and the time just flows. You look up and you're like, damn, 12 hours today. Didn't realize.
Yeah, fair play.
It's mad the people that do it without thinking that, though, to be honest, and then they get into it without the passion. I've seen a lot of come and go. That's why you hear 99.9% of projects don't make it to the next year or whatever. Most of these people don't have that passion. They dream it. That's why I wanted to highlight this. They dream this and they do it and they run out of money and go back to 9-to-5.
I think
that's because those 16 hours are staring at the chart or pump fund or some shit. They're not actually working. They just are hoping the whole time.
Yeah.
Wasn't there a bin man in America that won 80 million on the lotto? Just a bit, garbage man, as you say. And he spent it all in 2 years. And he's back
Shut
doing
up.
garbage man again.
80 million in 2
Dude,
years.
it happens so often. You see it with like professional athletes too.
Yeah.
If you can't manage your money at 50,000 a year, you're not going to be able to manage it at 50 million a year.
Exactly. Yeah.
100%.
I bet he had a fucking blind in 2 years though.
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
3 years and never forget.
All of
Fucking hell.
it. It's so
What
bland.
could you possibly spend your 80 million in 2 years? It gotta be fucking hookers and blow, man.
40 mil a year.
Yeah.
Unreal.
Bro, normal people don't make that in their lifetime.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. So this is a cast post. So many of you have pansies flooded cast at such a weird time. War FUD plus social media shenanigans plus God, whoever knows what else you came up with to justify your pansiness. Some of you literally don't deserve a bag and deserve to be sidelines. I don't give a fuck. I wanted to highlight it because it was raw and passionate. With all the passion coming out of it.
I mean, he cared enough to write up that whole day.
Yeah. I reacted
I always
to
laugh
it.
when people leave posts with "I don't care." It's like, bro, you
I don't give a
clearly
fuck.
care.
What, was he talking directly to Nick here?
I was going to say it to Nick.
Yeah,
wasn't it?
probably.
I love that Keezer. No matter what he does, I
I
love that.
do. He's so funny, man.
Yeah, he's great. I'm pretty sure he's holding a secret, tiny, even if it's just one Cass. I'm pretty sure he's got his tiny little toe in it.
He's taken the green laser eyes off of Mr. Bean.
Shut up!
They're gone.
Is he?
No.
He's taken the K out of his name. Yeah.
Oh dear.
Well, you know, he forgot at least one cast somewhere. Guy's been in for so long.
Yeah.
He's saying he has none. Joke's on him.
Bro's got Cass. I know he has.
He has to, man. He has to. Oh my god, this coin fashion killed me. I saw a VC shoe a coin into its unlocks, so I max shorted it on margin. Then DM'd the VC of a photo of my P&L along with a photo of my
Jesus.
Amazing.
I'm sorry.
What is that comment? Someone says file size 37 kilobytes.
But yeah. I didn't see that. Holy shit.
Oh, that
It was
wins.
Ashton. Is that what that
comment
last one
wins.
says? Oh, no, it was Aptos. No, sorry.
What the hell are you saying?
Yeah.
Stop me in my tracks. I was like, what was that?
Bro, that's mad. It threw me. It threw me.
Levendi, before you move on, I got to roll out. I got a couple family things to do. So sorry to bail on you guys.
All right, no worries, bro.
Enjoy the rest of it.
Have fun in
See you
Japan.
later.
I'm sorry we started half hour late. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's Cryptopumpz
it was-
fault, not yours.
It was 15 minutes forced. Now it's half an hour.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Have a
funny.
good one, bro.
bro.
Bye, guys.
See you later,
See
mate.
you later.
Oh dear.
Cool. Christian Ludwig. So I highlighted this one. I can't remember. This back in June 18. It says, imagine putting your hard-earned money anywhere near this guy. If you have, you should seriously consider his motives. I think this is highlighting CFB, right? If I'm not mistaken.
It must be, yeah.
I can't fully see that screenshot on the top left that he's posted, but I think it's CFB. And he went on. He went.
Listen, sorry.
There was a whole situation. Yeah. I fucking knew it. It was this dickhead. So he came out and said we successfully infiltrated Casper and got them investing into Cubic. I'm not even going to read the rest because it's just a lot of bollocks and I'm going to waste your time reading it. But the second line says it all. Like, what the fuck did you infiltrate, man? Nothing. Everyone thinks you're even more of a dickhead now.
This guy has a
Yeah.
serious. I don't know what it is.
He's good at rage baiting, isn't he, and stuff.
Yeah,
Engagement farming.
It put me off.
it does. I can't invest in. I can't take people like that serious. I'm not going to trust them with my money.
Yeah.
It's not. I see Cryptopumpz made a valid point there. Why is he not developing instead of trying to target other crypto? It's just what the fuck. Like, develop, bro. Shut the fuck up and work.
Yeah.
And he just makes lies up.
Yeah, man. It's insane. That whole situation unfolded. And really showed his true colors. Where through the racist slurs to wishing people death on them to saying he infiltrated communities and bro, just get your head down and work, man. Don't rug your third project.
No, yeah, exactly.
Jesus. Sorry, man. He set me off. Oh, cool. So, Casper, to honor Nick, I've created this web app, CasperIQ.com. You will be missed.
That was funny. That was, yeah.
Yeah, it was clear. There it is. Your IQ is 0. I've sent Cass.
But what was it? Send Cass. If you send Cass.
If you send Cass as 0. I did it with, I pressed all the buttons, but I obviously didn't send any Cass, and it came up with like a high IQ or something.
Did it?
Yeah.
If you send Cass to that address, does the IQ number go up?
No, it's 0.
No, it's 0.
If you send Cass as 0 because you're giving away Cass.
Yeah.
If you keep your Cass, you can still press the buttons, but like you say, I've sent Cass, but you clearly haven't. Then it comes up with, I can't remember what it was, but it was higher than 0.
I love Caspador, man. He's got
he's
a wicked
great.
sense of humour.
Yeah, man. Fantastic. Every community needs a Caspador, honestly.
Do you know what I wish, though? I wish I was smart enough to just be able to sit there one day and go, this will be funny. Build it. And then launch it.
That's a good point. That's a very
it'd be
good point.
amazing to be able to do that.
He's done that with everything that he's built. He's just built it and said, here you go.
Yeah.
Cool. What's this? Casparus. Every holder has different goals in life. It's important to respect everyone, even if you don't share the same goals. ETH, Cubic, BTC, and Cas. So, man plus ETH equals man with cats. Man plus Cubic equals man with man. Man plus Bitcoin equals man with woman. And man plus Casper equals threesome.
In Japan.
I thought this post was badass, man. I had to highlight it. It was fucking hilarious.
It is funny, man.
Yeah. Those fucking jokes, man. Had to highlight it. Awesome. Oh my god, talking of hookers and blow. I gave a hooker around 3 Bitcoin in the summer of 2013, and I still check on that address. She has begun depositing to Coinbase to presumably sell. I have no Bitcoin.
But he has his memories.
He has his memories.
And herpes.
This guy got more than a pizza guy, at least.
Yeah. Oh, free Bitcoin.
Yeah. Man. This is another one on fucking hookers. Wasn't the first one about that in 2 chicks in a bar? All right, not hookers, but
party.
Yeah, party. My bad. Fucking hell. That's insane. That's insane. Oh, yeah. I forgot how it is. Meanwhile, somewhere in the UK on a hot sunny day, Nick has gone on a date with a Cas holder. Oh, God. Not letting her eat nothing. Oh, goodness me. Sorry, I had to do it, man. I had to bring him back in.
Bring Nick back.
Yeah.
I love him.
I had
Bring
to.
him back.
Oh, he retaliated. Nick spotted riding his bike earlier this afternoon. For goodness sake.
Oh, gross.
Oh, dear.
Nick, man. You gotta love him, no matter what he does. He's great. He's
so
lad.
funny.
He is very
So
funny. Yeah.
Okay, Coinfessions has highlighted this one. I opened one of my wallets and it randomly had 700 grand in it. Fucking
Do you reckon
hell,
that was
that's
from the first guy?
Yeah, it would have been.
It was 700k, wasn't it? Yeah.
Oh, this is the other side of it. I've been in crypto since 2019. One day I was sitting at home and I randomly received 700. No, that's not what it says. I've been in crypto since 2019. So many times I've run accounts up considerably, only to get too excited and nuke it all again. In November last year, I opened up one of my wallets and it randomly had 700 grand in it. I sent a test transaction to see if it was just a UI glitch. It worked. I sent another. The money was real. So close to my make it goal of 1 million, I just needed a 30% gain and I could leave this space and never look back. A few days later, I counter-traded crypto Twitter by opening a 5x short on ETH with half of the portfolio. I martingaled the trade thinking I could leverage my stroke of luck. It didn't work. I won't give up. So he's down to 350 grand and trying again.
And he's still martingaling in, so
Yeah.
he's out. He's out.
Bro, you found 700 grand you never had before. Then all of a sudden you had the goal of $1 million. That makes no sense.
Well, if he already had a goal in his head for $1 million on his starting journey, but 700,000 you can do a lot with.
Right.
And 30% gain on 700,000 is only 910,000 as well.
Fucking hell. Quick maths over there.
Yeah.
So he's
Rain Man.
42% or something that he needed to get to $1 million.
Yes.
Yeah.
Something like that.
But yeah, no, that's mad. Like, it's 700 grand. Money that you didn't think you had before shouldn't be a part of your goal. Like, I know it wouldn't be part of my goal. If I randomly found 700 grand there, I'd be fucking jumping out my roof, man.
Well, buy an asset that will earn passive income, and you start trading the passive income for fun. But keep the asset. It's just stupidity.
Don't ever touch the asset.
No.
You see it all the time. I mean, and I spoke about it quite a few times. But in crypto, everybody, or most of these guys, are playing musical chairs. And then once they win the chair, they think that it's due to genius. And then they do another round, and then they lose everything. Because the reality of it is there's very, very few winners in that context.
Yeah.
Well said, Wolf. Well said.
It is the thing. And the trouble is the all or nothing approach works great until you get nothing. And it's only got to go wrong once. That's it.
Yeah.
It's a very risky game.
700,000, you like 10% to make a year is really is relatively easy. So you're making 70 grand a year profit if you don't touch capital. Like, it just blows my mind. And if you wanted to go just crazy with the 70 grand, do it because it's free money essentially.
Yeah, every year you're not touching the capital. 70k. That's it.
Mental. Moving on, another bold comic. So he created this, starting from Defi, then came Gamify, then came Socialfy, then came Infofy, and then I threw a little comment at the bottom saying, "What's next? Artify?" Yeah. Boy, it was pretty funny. Had to highlight it because it's fucking true. Like, what are you going to add Fi to? What else? Fucking CryptoFi? What's next?
Wolffi.
Yeah.
How do people? What I'm genuinely want to know is how do people say DEFI? Because you said Defi.
Defi, one of the two. Yeah.
Defi.
I say DeFi.
I say DeFi. DeFi. Wolf.
I don't know anymore. You guys have socially pressured me now into saying
Well, it's short for decentralized finance, isn't it?
So so that's why I say DeFi.
Yeah.
But I've heard loads of people say Defi.
Yeah. That's what I say normally. Defi, like, which sounds like DeFi. I don't even fucking know how to say it. with the Y. Defi with a Y.
Tomatoes.
You wait till you hear Cryptopumpz say 3.
Wait till you see him say or hear him say 33.
And a third.
33 and a third. Come on, give us one.
Shit. Oh, cool.
33 and a third. Don't pronounce our THs.
I love it.
My wife has an English accent and she uses her THs, but then she says, like I say water, and she go, water. Water.
What's this context? We spoke about him earlier. Fed Chair Jerome Powell says inflation eased significantly but remains somewhat high. Chris Hutchinson comes out of nowhere. 2027, we've entered our 6th consecutive month of deflation. J Powell, inflation has eased significantly, but it may still go up. I'm a hike rates by just 10 BPS in case. Hilarious, fucking hilarious. It's fucking true.
Guy.
Absolutely true. Casper Facts come in there as well. He's a bit less optimistic.
Yeah.
After the Bitcoin Casper debate, it was Casper Facts or Casper something got their account got a lot of people went against their account and it got shut down. Their ex account. I can't remember which one it was.
Facts.
Yeah. He got it back relatively quick. So that spam false report, once you re-verify after the first time, it becomes harder for it to happen again. So he should be a little bit safe from that happening again. But they removed him from the Bitcoin Army community chat as well.
Did they?
Yeah, and I couldn't comment on it anymore, whereas the day before I could comment as well. So they were probably handpicking people and removing them from there.
Well, Casper Facts, that guy is fucking smart. Like,
he is.
Really smart.
Too smart. If he puts up, I don't understand it.
Some of the stuff he puts out is, but it's really good. Like his quizzes and stuff that he does, they're fantastic.
Yeah.
But even some of them, they come up, and I think, and I'd like to think I've got a decent grasp of Casper, but some of the stuff he puts up, I'm like, I've really got to think about this because I have no idea, like genuinely. And but it's good because I don't have any idea. I then have to go research it, and it makes me learn more as well. The guy is just insanely smart when it comes to Casper, and he's hench as well. He's almost like you, Cryptopumpz.
Yeah, he's massive.
Like, built.
He's always in the gym.
Yeah.
I think instead of music in the gym, he listens to Casper actual facts and trains himself.
I think he's just got Shy Block Dag 101 just playing in the back
in his ears. Fucking tuning live to fucking Yoni working or whatever.
I was listening to Rock the Casper in the gym the other day.
Was you?
Nice.
You lose brain cells, bro, don't you?
It's not very motivational.
Because you're thinking, quick, I just get through this set, I can turn this off and go home.
At the end of it, did you think to yourself, I better buy a t-shirt from rockthecasper.com?
Wait, there's a shot?
Casper Facts.
Didn't you know?
Casper Facts has a Rock the Casper shirt.
Down low.
Yeah, he does, Tom. I've seen it, actually.
Yeah, he loves it.
This great post from Mr. Casper. I've not seen him post recently. I don't know. I'm getting a bit worried. It's been a while since he's posted.
No, I haven't either.
But he highlighted how much he loved the Casper community back in June. This was from the Crypto.com post, the whole activity off of that.
Mm-hmm.
And it turned into a bit of a funny little session of replies, but he was just highlighting how big the community is. They rallied behind Crypto.com and also yesterday with a space. So yeah, I commented such a strong presence. Mr. Casper being himself goes, I don't see your comment on there. Get to work. So
I genuinely, I've not seen a community so strong before.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, XRP Army is strong, but so strong and knowledgeable. Not just we're going to moon, bro. Like people in the community genuinely seem to care about tech and what it can do for us.
Yeah, I'd say it's definitely the community has the biggest technical grasp of stuff. 100%.
The age-old saying: if you want to learn more about Bitcoin, learn Casper.
It's true as well. Something big,
but it's true. It is genuinely. I learned so much about Bitcoin.
What was that, Wolf?
So is that your saying, or is it something that you heard somewhere?
It is my saying. I'm trying to get it out there. I'm trying to push it out there on the world. I'm trying to Satoshi it out there.
You should put that on a t-shirt.
Cool. If only I had a merch store. Oh wait.
If we do you promise you'll buy one, Cryptopumpz?
Yeah. Do you accept cash?
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
Oh.
Promise?
Yeah.
Cool. I will jack the price right up for that.
200 quid.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah. So Mr. Guru told me to get to work, and work I got to. I commented on Crypto.com and I said, if you list it before the end of the month, and I'll eat Casper Guru's slippers. It didn't happen. Obviously, I didn't eat any slippers, thankfully.
That is a shame.
Kind of disappointing, though. Would have been a good listing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There'd have been slippers worth eating for that.
Yeah, 100%. So Coinfessions, moving on. I joined the large crypto Twitter accounts paid group, and all he does is send in photos of his Rolex. I'm down 30% this month alone.
I don't know what. Oh, well, no, I do know why people do it, because they I think greed takes over, and they think, I will make money on this because he's got a Rolex or he's got a Lambo or whatever else. Not realizing that the whole point of them having a Rolex or a Lambo is because they've just made money off of you. And it happens so often in crypto. It really does. I mean, me and Tom set up a thing a few years ago to try and actually prevent people from getting into these sort of things. But funny enough, when you tell people stuff that they don't want to hear, like you won't get rich quick, they're not interested in listening to you. They'd rather go and just believe the lie that they will get rich quick, and they inevitably end up getting wrecked.
It's true. It's true.
It's the same on YouTube. The biggest videos with the most views get like something where if you have Coinbase or Binance or millionaire written on it, which I don't think I've ever put millionaire on it because it's just clickbait.
Yeah,
yeah, it is. Do you do the post where you're like shocked face?
No, the Home Alone. No, I've never done that. No.
that doesn't work anymore. Apparently, it's more teeth and smiling now. Yeah. It's fucked. Mr. Beast started that off. Started everything off. Cool. So, oh my god, Egg Slunker. This guy blocked half of the Casper community before even writing the article. The hustle is actually impressive. That's mad. Then EL comes out of nowhere, says, "You're right. I never had an interaction with him in my life. I went to find this post and I'm already pre-blocked." And I was like, I can't believe I've heard the phrase pre-blocked. It's like the foreplay before the action. It's fucking mad.
But I think that makes Casper look better.
Yeah,
it does. It really does.
Because, like, if you're confident in what the ability of the tech that you're behind can do, you'll happily welcome
challenge
questions and challenges because you can overcome that. You can explain it away. But to be honest with you, Litecoin, no, they can't. Casper is objectively better than Litecoin. It's objectively better than Bitcoin. You can't escape those facts. It's objectively better than most things, to be honest with you. And when layer 2s come online or smart contracts, it will be objectively better than a lot of the like ETH, Solana, all of these things. Just because it's objectively better doesn't mean it will be more adopted, but that is a fact. And the fact that they have to go to these lengths where they're pre-blocking people just shows how strong Casper is.
It's mad. They want to talk to themselves pretty much.
Yeah,
they want to write about something else and only hear from themselves. I don't get it. It's mental.
Echo chambers are bad.
Yeah, it really is.
Trying to engage to their people, aren't they?
Oh, what's this? We got rugged.
How many more have we got, Levendi?
I have no idea. Where are we? What's the date on these?
Yeah, close to you've got a good few still. One,
because
two,
it'd
three,
be good to get some questions in from people that have put.
Lots.
Let me see.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
I'm 10, not 11, on the list.
24. About 20 or 30.
Hang on.
Maybe if we pick the last good, or if you pick
the
good ones out for like 2 or 3 of them, and then we can get
cool. If you want to go over this one, and I'll pick the rest there, and I'll send you the list.
Yeah. Which one?
So this one that you're on. Yeah, if you want to read that one out, and I'll while you guys are doing that, I'll get the list in the background quickly.
Tikala said, well, seems like Cubic founder CFB, after infiltrating CAS, has decided to infiltrate Islam, and they decided to leave. Funny it took them these to realize he is nuts and just all talk and don't care about any of us, just trying to pump his bags.
Yeah.
This is the one where he said something about Muslims or something.
It was insane.
That was
something like that on the post before, where he said he'd infiltrated Casper and got everyone in, and the price just nuked again.
I can't see what he actually said on this one.
Someone say, "Oh, it's actually Nakasompo who was on the debate." I've just seen the chat come up. He said the debate, the Bitcoin debate, is sitting at 284,000 views so far. Is that right? 284,000.
What, yesterday's debate?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nearly 300,000. Yeah, that's why I made that post.
20,000.
No,
that's what.
That's 20,000 for the space, but the actual post itself, almost 300,000.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We'll go through some of these while you're finding anyway. But Crypto Gosu, he's always on YouTube for Blockchain Banter. He says first, let's go. Take a seat and smash the like button. Yes, please. Hi guys, big hug. This your man in Australia, in Portugal.
Portugal, yeah.
Triage, yeah.
Triage, great guy.
Here's Nakasampo here. Yeah. That's a 2140 problem. Okay, nice. Kick the can down the road, kind of like politicians do with rampant inflation.
Yeah. But again, the reality is with Bitcoin, in another 10, 20 years, their fees are going to be so high, they're going to need to be so high. Only the proper wealthy are going to use it. Because if you have to send a $10 transaction, it's $10,000 in fee. Yeah. It's unusable, and that's in 10, 20 years, let alone 30, 40, 50 years. The bottleneck gets worse.
Yeah, because that was Ilal was trying to get across that. Like, it's only 7 transactions in every block, is it? Yeah. So, like, how you can't really, what can you do about that unless they fix that?
It's 7 transactions per second, but but it's not enough. I think what is it? 144.
A day, is it?
Blocks a day. I think
something like that. Yeah.
It's really like that's a problem, and it's a problem that they're not addressing properly. Those Bitcoiners that were in that debate, which is uncommon for Bitcoiners in general, don't think Lightning is the solution, which is good. It's a good start. Yeah. But a lot of Bitcoiners just say, it's good enough. It's like, no, good enough's not good enough. It should be like, it's what you're basically, when you say it's good enough, what you're basically saying is every day-to-day people that don't have savings, and there's a lot of people that don't have savings, they just use money, like just have to use their money, spend it, and they're lucky to have a few £100 at the end of the month. They don't get to have the security and decentralization as Bitcoin actually does because they don't have enough money. And I just think that's very elitist, whereas Casper actually is for everybody. You can have the decentralization and the security of a 51% BFT, but you can transactions in seconds, and the fees are going to be minimal. I don't like the direction that the Bitcoin maxis are going in, and again, it's more of a narrative change rather than this is a problem, we need to address this.
This is a good one here. Octopus, Dublin taxi driver here, accepting Casper.
Amazing.
Yeah, so Octopus, give us a message like sometime if you want to come on, and I'd be interested to hear about that. Yeah, there's a taxi app, isn't there? Casper Taxi?
Yeah, I think
so.
I wonder,
there is.
I was going to say about that, and also would be awesome that the next time there's an event up in Dublin,
100%.
that Casper Key or somebody else might be throwing, you can get a lot of work.
Yeah, 100%. He will.
Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah, because when was the last one? In September last year. I wonder, was he accepting Casper then, or did he just find out about it? But
get him on. That'd be brilliant.
Pretty sick to see him in Berlin as well. Actually, being a designated cabbie.
Yeah, it would be amazing.
I put the like 4 or 5 last posts in the BB chat. By the way.
Okay, Nakasampo's back again. I wasn't trying to be rude to her in any capacity when I asked her if she used Casper. It's a genuine question to address the title of the space.
Yeah, no, it's fair. It's fair. That's with the Michelle girl who.
I mean, she did come across as a space host, but didn't know mostly what she was talking about. To be honest, there was a few things, but fair play for putting it on.
Yeah. Well, good job, Octopus. Yeah.
Great.
And Casper Couple,
Yeah, I totally agree with that. Yeah.
Cassie is getting a lot of traction.
Which is brilliant.
Yeah,
Cassia is smashing it.
We'll dive deeper into what they're doing and what they've got planned tomorrow.
100%.
Did you know you can link Super Chat to Cassia? No.
What's Super Chat?
Well, yeah, I don't know what that is.
Well, on YouTube, if you're doing a live, somebody can give you a Super Chat to get their message to the top.
Oh,
I'm not that big, so let's say Crypto Galaxy, he'd have like a lot of people watching, and if they put a Super Chat in, he'll go to them first.
A Super Chat is like a donation as well, is it?
Yeah, $2 or YouTube take their share, and you get like, so Cat Daddy on the last stream, he gave me $2.
Yeah,
so
I saw that.
Yeah. After YouTube take that out, it's probably like 50 cents or something.
Bloody hell.
but that's a Super Chat, is it? And you can
that's Super Chat. Yeah,
and
it's on. If you watch this on YouTube, there's a little button down the bottom that says Super Chat. Yeah,
already linked to Web2 Tech. Mad.
Can anyone explain what watchtowers on the Lightning Network? Casper Onion mentioned it on the X Space.
Yeah. So watchtowers were put in place because what happened with the Lightning Network is that people would have a channel between each other. Someone wouldn't be on a channel for a while, and then the other person would close the channel, basically. But they could manipulate it by taking money or like they could manipulate
basically.
Yeah, they could basically double spend essentially their Bitcoin because they've sent it and closed the channel before you've actually received it, if you know what I mean. So watchtowers were put in place, again, very centralized to prevent that from happening. But again, it's a good idea. Like Lightning Network is fine to a degree where if you was comparing it to a bank, fine. Like Lightning Network beats a bank a little better, but it doesn't beat Bitcoin because you have to have these things. You have to have centralized entities, watchtowers. Where what's to say you couldn't just pay off a watchtower to just turn a blind eye to that one? So yeah,
and isn't the thing like?
Sorry.
Oh, sorry. I was just going to say, like, the whole point in crypto is cut out the middleman. But in exactly. Lightning, if the two people aren't online at the same time, you need a middleman, don't you, to do the transaction for you or something?
Yeah, well, that's exactly what the watchtower is. It's if both of you, if one isn't online and one is, they could essentially close the channel after a certain amount of time, but essentially steal Bitcoin or Lightning Bitcoin. By sending a transaction and then closing the channel before it actually hits you, the other user. So watchtowers were put in place to try and prevent that. But yeah, it's very. The Lightning Network is not the solution.
Did watchtowers first introduced when Lightning came out, or was it introduced afterwards?
I'm pretty sure it was afterwards. It's after this problem.
So then a fuck ton of fraud must have gone down then in between that time.
I'm pretty sure, yeah. It's not the solution. It's not.
Yeah, not a good mix.
Peaksy.
Proof.
Yeah. Wait, what the? Why don't we have that Japanese tradition? Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah, no, they are. I agree with that.
Yeah, agreed. I've even heard they call you master. 200 BP might happen if Jerome Powell takes his resignation. Oh.
No, it genuinely might.
Yeah, good. Yeah.
It would be insane. If it does, it would be insane.
I wonder if I would get a car for having a Casper addiction.
It's worth a go, isn't it? The actual dilemma, you should talk about
what's happening on top of.
But if you're already doing your own part in the economic.
So that's the actual dilemma. You should talk about what's happening on top of the L1, but if you're already doing your own part in the economic Casper ecosystem, you'll have a problem with being objective about other projects if you want it or not.
That's true. I think he's talking about the
Casper account, the X account.
Yeah, which makes sense. It does make sense.
I mean, it does, but you can keep it generic and highlight updates, right? And you don't have to say I'm fully backing it from the Casper. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's insane. 284,000 views so far, which is fantastic. We need more of these debates.
Yep.
I'm looking for a new duffel bag.
Preferably Italian leather. Told you, bro. You made a fucking viral trend.
I didn't. They did. The Bitcoiners did. I couldn't believe it when it came out of their mouth. I just thought, we're not cypherpunks anymore. What the fuck? Couldn't believe it.
My God.
There you go. What did you send me the list on?
It's in the chat outside of the server. In like the last 5 messages is there. The first one I sent is like a mix of YouTube and X from this account that's got 3 million followers. So some context there. There's this an account that is a commentator, a really funny commentator, very funny. He commentates all these videos, like this one that Cryptopumpz is gonna put on for us. There's sound on there if you want to play the commentary. By the way, bro.
This one?
Yeah. It's just so you can get his commentary. That's why I wanted to play. That's a funny video, man. I can't stop watching it. I'm not gonna lie.
That's every XRP holder, isn't it?
Goes from a front tuck to getting front by the dust. Scores himself a face plant in the process. What the hell was he thinking? That's right, he wasn't thinking at all. He was thinking about making a TikTok video and it instantly turns into a shit talk video. Congratulations on biting the dust.
Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. Hey, hey.
That's commentary that he does. Is this the one where it's... sorry, hang on. I need to know which one it is, because I can't see it anymore. He's blocked me.
Which? On this one?
Is it from the Bit the Dust? I can't see it.
Yeah, he actually blocked Levendi.
Yeah. So hang on. I'll try. Maybe the second one. Yeah, it's the second one, not the first. So the first post is just to highlight how he commentates, and so you can get an understanding of what the type of person is. But it's the second post on the list that I gave you is my actual comment that I made. So and you tell me what you think. First, go scroll up and see his video. His comment. So he says it's damn arrogant for these fast food chains thinking a burger is worth $10 to $15, right? Which I thought was ludicrous. So I came in there with a message saying, well, mate, it's not all that surprising since the dollar has lost 25% of its value since 2020, which is true, yeah? And then I didn't mention Casper. I'll go deep into crypto. I said, you're probably not interested in Bitcoin, but it will be the end of inflation if the world adopted it, which is why I push it, blah, blah, blah. He fucking blocked me. All of that. He blocked me straight away. There was no cussing. There was nothing. So it just completely blocked me. I don't know what your take is on that, but I was shocked.
He must just block anyone who talks crypto.
Yeah.
That must be it. But which is insane because what you said there is exactly true.
Yeah.
Well, and he's also making a statement about cost of living crisis element in regards to businesses. So he's an idiot. It's irrelevant.
Yeah. Well, it just shocked me, so I had to highlight it, man. Because I was talking to Chris about it, and I was literally dumbfounded. The geezer's he went out of his way to block a message instead of just ignoring it. It was completely generic. It was not even cussing him at all.
No, it was insane.
Yeah. A couple more left. So this I found funny. So if you know Ton Telegram, they came out with this golden visa for UAE, which you stake a certain amount of ton to get it. Well, that certain amount of ton works out to be worth $100,000, right? There's fucking firms in the UAE that give you the golden visa for 40 grand. So how the fuck are you going to go spend 100,000 worth of ton to get this gold? That's more than almost three times higher than these firms. It's fucking nuts. It's insane. So I had to highlight it, man.
But I guarantee people fell for it.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh, and to be honest, it works out good for those that got into Ton early, right?
Yeah.
So it could be somebody that got in for a tenner and it's worth $1 million. He can spend that $100,000 without even blinking twice or thinking about it, or going down to the club and showing off how fast he can transfer it, whatever. But it's mental. Like $100,000 over $40,000.
Well, actually 9. My guy can do it for 9.
9,000.
Mm-hmm.
This
Get
golden
a golden visa. Yeah. So they do a crypto company set up for you in the new digital country that they've created there, but you get a golden visa also. Part of the bonus, they can do that.
Yeah. So what you're saying, Wolf, is that if we go to you, we can get it half price at $20,000. We keep the uplift.
I think your friend needs to get on a call so we can create him a token. Like, it's mad, man. I was dumbfounded when I found that out as well. Like, and now, like, you're telling me $9,000, man. That's even mad. Sorry, I had to highlight this as well because fucking Vitalik, man. What's the ticker again? And it's this bloke. So, oh god, it just made me laugh. Had to throw it out there.
This guy is just unreal. I love it. I don't know. He's one of those guys you just love because he's just, I don't know.
Whatever he does, it's just, oh god, I wouldn't even go down even further if you don't want to get him on the side, mate. Because the comments are ruthless. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, and this was awesome. How many likes did you get to, Chris? So for every 1 like, Chris would had to buy 1 CAS, and then you upped it by 10x.
I got to, I think it was 375 in the end, or
mate,
around there.
Awesome.
So I just rounded up to 4,000 CAS.
Mate, that's awesome. Hats off to you. Follow through with it, man. Imagine.
Yeah, no, it was well worth it. Well, like I said, like who's actually winning?
Yeah, biggest regret of your life, isn't it?
Exactly. Yeah, the best regret.
Well, yeah, no, it was great. It was a good movement, right? The comments were going on for a while, but it was mad. People loving it. They were liking it. And
it was technically you that started it, you cheeky fucker.
Yeah.
I only said, if it gets 1 like, I'll buy it. And I liked it myself. And you was like 1 CAS for one like.
Click into it. You see that unfold if you're on that. Yeah, in there. Is it if the original post, if you scroll up, it just started off with, if this post gets 1 like, then I'm buying more CAS. Joke's on you. I liked it myself. Haha. That was great. I found that fucking funny. And then I came in with that, as you said, and they just set off.
Well, what, did you not have to pay 8.6 CAS? Like 8.6 thousand? There was not how many views ago.
Oh, no, man. Thank you for the idea.
We didn't do views.
Yeah. Thanks for that idea. Nice.
You know what? Because in the back end, Ashton even said to me, like, what if this gets like big? And I was like, well, realistically, if it got to 4,000, that is like likes. That's insane. Yeah. And all I'd do is, because I'm skint at the moment, all I'd do is just not pay my bills for a month and just fucking YOLO it. You only live once anyway, so I thought, bollocks, I'll do it. I'll figure it out. But luckily, it didn't get to that. Or unluckily.
Unlucky, really, yeah.
This one is brilliant.
Bro, I was disputed. I didn't know whether to put it on there. I don't know what Cryptopumpz is going to fly to the UK and batter me. But this was fucking hilarious. So Chip Fat is an editor for a well-known group called The Sidemen. He's got a couple 100,000 followers. And the people that he's an editor for in the millions, multiple millions, 20, 30 million followers across all brands. He made this post on Instagram saying, why didn't anyone use admin table to see where players were before firing their Predator missile? So in context, he's talking about a game that he edits, that group plays. Me being me, I came into this and replied, why am I touching my Predator missile whilst thinking of the Sidemen? The group that he edits for. And it just fucking popped off. 7,500 views later, here we are. Geezer replies to it as well. Someone check his hard drive. Which is fucking hilarious. I just, had to throw it up.
That was 100% the best comment out of all of them.
Yeah,
that was
but look,
so funny.
if you go into all the comments, no other comment even comes close to it.
Nah.
But yeah, I was debating whether to highlight it or not, to be honest. But yeah, in the end, we did. It was hilarious. He saw the funny side of it and responded accordingly. So it's all jokes.
Love it.
Yeah, man. And I think that's the end of that, man. We cut it short because there were so many to go through, and we would have been here till past midnight.
Yeah.
Wow, that's good, isn't it? 50% discount.
Yeah, this is the taxi driver in Dublin. Yeah, 50% discount for Caspians.
Caspians received 50% discount. Blimey.
Oh wow! I much prefer instant real money. What a touch! Putting that in there.
Yeah.
Amazing.
But honestly, these are the guys we should be highlighting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like genuinely, these are the guys we should be highlighting. They're doing incredible work for adoption of Casper.
Octoplus, if you're listening, get on X. Give me your X handle, man. I want to talk about you tomorrow.
He has it in the comments there.
What is it? Octoplus? Is it the same as the YouTube?
No, it's Jack Fugger.
I don't have YouTube. I don't see it.
That one.
Ah. Oh, Jack.
I don't know if it's real or he made it up.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. Why, if that is actually your X account, why would you have it as that? Because it's going to be so hard to find you. Jack Fugger.
Jack Fucker. What the fuck? What are you saying?
Oh, for God's sake, HHHG. I got him. Definitely Irish because he's got the
Wicked.
Yeah. Follow back, and he follows me, so legend.
Nice.
Bet he doesn't follow me.
No one follows you, Tom.
No one follows me, yeah.
But yeah, genuinely, guys like that, people that I've always said this: any business that is promoting plastic, use them as much as possible.
Bro, you've dived underwater again.
Have I?
Yeah. Where's your snorkel?
No, now you're all right.
Yeah. Come back.
But yeah. Genuinely, guys like this we should be highlighting. I think the guy's got like 46 followers.
Is he? Bro, let me find you.
47 now.
Sorry, 61. He's got 61
62
followers.
now.
He needs to get more because what he's doing there, 50% discount for Caspians, it's massive.
Yeah, it is massive. I'll be interested to know if he's had any. Have you had any customers yet paying cash?
The thing is, he probably hasn't. But, for example, if Casper Kai do another event in Dublin, every Caspian's going to be using him. Everyone.
Yeah.
They're going to have to wait a while, aren't
they?
Yeah, it depends how big his Casper is. Depends how big his
cab. He's got an 8-seater.
Yeah, we'll all bundle in together.
It's a smart car. Who's jumping on the roof? Not that woman from earlier.
But again, me personally, awesome that he's given a 50% discount on cash.
Yeah, no.
I'd give him the uplift though, because he's doing that. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's really good for adoption. Genuinely, my goal is to really get Casper adopted as much as possible, because I want a different option. I don't want to be in a centralized option. I want a decentralized option as well. So these guys, to me, are heroes that are accepting Casper's payment for their business.
Let me ask you something. So, with all of this adoption of institutions coming out of the woodwork and medium to large businesses also buying and reserves and incorporating blockchain tech, how long before we see Uber including a token in there?
I genuinely think at some point soon, if businesses don't adopt blockchain technology or DLTs, they're going to fall behind hard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 100%. But just from the back end, the tech is far superior than anything else out there. Not necessarily that everyone in the world's going to get a Coinbase account and transact that way, but it's more the back end for me.
No, I agree, and that's another point actually, Tom. It's complicated for the normal user to jump on as it is all now. Like the
Yeah.
amount of things they got to do, seed phrases, wallets, different wallets for different chains, different connections, different things they need to do to protect and learn. And it's too much for the normal user. The normal person can't be bothered to go through all that. They just want an easy, smooth, seamless transition. So it just shows how early we still are. So we keep saying it. These are buzzwords. We keep saying how this is early, we're early, but it's fucking true. Like,
Yeah, we're
there's
not early.
nothing out there that connects every bit of blockchain tech together to make it that much easier for the normal user.
It is early, but I think it will get there fast.
Yeah. I mean, it's moving fast already. It's only been how many years for Bitcoin, and then Casper 3 years, and look at the absolute state of things where it's got to in that time.
Yeah,
mental.
No customers yet, but I know where the future is. Amen to that, brother.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, you'll get some customers, bruh. Trust.
Wolf, you look like you're about to pass out.
I'd hate to see the spider. Fucking hell.
That's already dead. Yeah, I get up at 4, man. So
yeah, you do.
Okay.
Mad. Must be nice in that room with the aircon going. I'm absolutely sweating in here.
Yeah.
I'm boiling. Yeah, I've got my miners pumping out. It's just so hot.
I'm sweating not a good.
Yeah. I need to get these green screens down. Shit. I think, boys, we've reached the end of the show. The podcast. 2.5 hours in almost. What? Yeah. Well, actually, if we include that first 15 minutes, it's definitely been 2.5 hours.
It's nearly 3 hours.
They've gone up to 40 minutes now. Yeah. Well, I won't do it again.
Well, we've been up since 7, right? So we're approaching 5.
Oh, bro, don't.
Oh, God. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because you guys had the space beforehand,
Man.
the podcast beforehand, which was fantastic, by the way.
Yeah,
you
awesome.
both come across really well.
Amazing.
And then you come on this, and then just look like.
And then I forgot to turn it on. Well, I got it right for the good one, for the important one.
Oh dear.
Nakasumpo comes in there. And it said that was an amazing 5-hour spot, guys. Thank you.
Jesus, yeah.
Legend. Really love that guy. He's fantastic.
Yeah,
He done
great
incredible
speaker,
job.
Great. I loved what he was talking about, Casper, in yesterday's Bitcoin space, man. You came across the clearest, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah. He did a YouTube thing with me where I was using Cassia just to show people how to use it, and Nakasampo came on and wrote back to me, on the video. Yeah.
Oh,
so
nice.
it was great. Yeah, just to show how it works.
That's awesome.
Yeah. That's the end of it. We let Wolfie go to bed.
Yeah. I can't wait to dive into Cassia tomorrow, man. But I think we've got to go to bed now. Poor old Wolf is hanging in there. It's been an awesome show, gentlemen. I loved every second of it. It was a long one as well because we got so much to go over. And it was good. It was fun. I'm looking forward to the next month's show as well. Cryptopumpz, hats off to you, man. Thank you for putting this on and hosting as always.
Yeah, appreciate it, man.
Thank you,
guys.
Appreciate it. Nice one.